Top Notch family, what is going on? In today's video, we are going to be talking about one of the teams that is building something special in the Eastern Conference that no one is talking about. And to be honest with you guys, I believe they have one of the brightest future in the NBA. And don't be surprised if this team sneaks into the play-in. And as y'all see, we are going to be talking about the Charlotte Hornets. And I am super confident in this year's roster. And there's a lot to look forward to. But before we do start today's video, if y'all guys enjoy NBA content every single day, smash that subscribe button. We upload consistently. Who doesn't like an active, YouTuber? And that's me. Hey, anyways, as y'all see, this is going to be the Hornets' current projected rotation next season. So obviously the starters are going to be LaMelo Ball, who's your franchise player. You traded for Josh Green, who you got in a very bargain contract, who played very good for the Mavericks. You got your other cornerstone piece in Brandon Miller. You brought back Miles Bridges, and you got Mark Williams. That is a very solid starting five. Obviously, the concerns are always going to be injuries because LaMelo Ball just can't stay healthy. His ankle is just cooked. But LaMelo Ball has shown that he can be a triple-double playmaker. He can average a triple-double, right? And also is a star in this court. I feel like if LaMelo Ball can play 60 to 72 games, he'll be an all-star this season. Also, with Josh Green's defensibility and capable of shooting the three and spacing the floor out, I think that helps the Charlotte Hornets team out even more. And with Brandon Miller, who last year a lot of people didn't even really talk about, who is balling in the summer league this year. You could tell that he's taking that next step. And Brandon Miller had a great year last year. I mean, this starting lineup is insane. The dude averaged about 17 points a game. This year, I can see Brandon Miller averaging about 20 to 22 points a game, and that's not me dragging at all. And then obviously a player like Miles Bridges, which he dealt with some stuff off the court that I'm not going to get into. But before that situation, Miles Bridges was literally their best player on the team. Literally the best player in the team, averaging like 20 plus points a game. And last year, he averaged about 21. So you have 3 to 4 scorers on your starting lineup that can average 20 points a game. And that's very incredible. And then obviously you got a top lottery pick in Mark Williams, who I love his potential. And I love him being that starting center, which him last year, he dealt with injuries too. He only played about 44 games played. Well, actually 19 games played, which is very low. So you're getting, your starting center back this year. You're getting LaMelo back. Obviously, another year of Brandon Miller, another year of Miles Bridges. They're going to continue to grow all this chemistry and develop as a team together, and I'm super excited with that. So obviously, the first thing first of why I think this is going to be a very sneaky playoff team. You have LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, and Miles Bridges. That's a very solid big three right there that no one is talking about. But also, too, when you look at the Eastern Conference, let's just look at the Eastern Conference real quick. And I'm going to put it on the screen for you guys so you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So let's just look at the Eastern Conference, and this is obviously going to show the standings from last year. So, of course, this wants to act up right now, right? So when you look at it, right, the Celtics are obviously going to be number 1 seed. The Knicks are going to be good. The Bucks are probably going to be good. The Cavaliers will probably be around there. This top 8 right here are going to remain good. Of course, they're going to always remain good. They're going to be fighting for that. But you don't have to worry about the Pistons. You definitely don't have to worry about the Wizards. You probably have to worry about the Raptors a little bit, but the Nets are going to suck, the Hawks are going to suck, and the Bulls are going to suck. So that's replacing every single team. The only team probably got to worry about and compete with is probably the Raptors. And that's if that's the case. They're not that great either. I think you're better than the Raptors. That's just me being nice. You get what I'm trying to say? So you're telling me the Charlotte Hornets can't be a top 10 seed this year heading into the season? Because all these teams got worse. Pistons are not going to compete. Wizards rebuilding. Raptors rebuilding too. Nets rebuilding. Hawks are trading their players away. The Bulls, they want to trade Zach LaVine and Vucevic away. This team is easily a top 10 seed in the Eastern Conference. So with an easy Eastern Conference, with a team that's fully healthy and the Charlotte Hornets, this team is meant to be reckoned with. And we haven't even talked about what their bench unit's looking like, right? And it's not the greatest, but they do got some players, and they got a new draft pick that we have to talk about. So this is going to be their second unit. And I'm going to apologize because I cannot pronounce this dude's name at all. But I will say they got Trey Mann, Cody Martin, their draft pick that recently drafted this year, Grant Williams, and Nick Richards. So when you look at Cody Martin, dealt with injuries once again, injury player. You got your draft pick, who you took This year with the 6th overall pick, you have a lot of upside with him, right? You're hoping the best for him. Then you got Grant Williams, who we all know Grant Williams is a solid player in this league. Last year for the Charlotte Hornets, he averaged about 14 points a game. 14 points a game. So now you have a 14-point scorer coming off your bench. Not only that, you got Nick Richards, who played all last season, pretty much, because obviously Mark Williams was out. He played 67 games, averaged about 9.7 points a game, and 8 rebounds, and averaged 1.1 block. So those are your bench players. These players that are coming off the bench played big starting minutes because the team dealt with their starters being injured. So this rotation is going to be very, very fun. The last time the Charlotte Hornets was in the playoffs, you guys probably won't even believe it. You probably wouldn't even believe it. 2015, 2016. That's the last time the team was in the playoffs. And you know who was on that roster? Do you know who was on that Charlotte Hornets roster? I'm going to show you guys right now. And looking back, and obviously they had Kemba and stuff like that, but I think this roster is better. And like I said, let me know if I'm crazy. Batum was solid. Troy, like, look at this team. Look at this team. Just Kemba Walker and Marvin Williams and Cody Zeller, Kid Gilchrist. That was their roster. So just think about that, guys. Last time they made it to the playoffs was 2015, 2016, and this year is going to be 2024, 2025. They're going to be in that play-in tournament, and if they're healthy, they're going to be a team to be reckoned with and have a good chance to be a top 8 seed. I'm telling you guys now. Now, I'm going to show you the team stats that, the players had last year, and obviously some of the players that didn't get to play, and some players are trading and stuff like that. But look, LaMelo Ball only played about 22 games played, averaged 24 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 8 assists. We already know that's your playmaker. Obviously, Terry Rozier is traded. Miles Bridges, 21 points. Brandon Miller, 17 points. You don't have Gordon Hayward, but you got Grant Williams, 13 points, 14 points. PJ Washington's not there. Mark Williams, Trey Mann. This team is deep. This team is very, very deep. And one of the concerns with me was this team is not very great drafting because, I mean, when you look at their draft picks, it just hasn't really panned out too well until recently, in my opinion. So these are their recent draft picks. I'm going to show it on the screen right here. You got him, but KJ Simpson, you drafted in the 2nd round, so this is who they're banking on. Brandon Miller has been very, very, very good. And then, obviously, in 2023, this is who they had. Amari Bailey, it hasn't really been great. I mean, obviously, Mark Williams has been good, but James Bouknight has been terrible. LaMelo Ball been great, but PJ Washington. So they're hitting and missing on some of these. Malik Monk. And some of these players are not even on the team. So if this team is healthy, like I'm going to continue to say, this team is going to be reckoned with. Health with the Eastern Conference being weak and just another year of these young players developing and growing chemistry together. And the fact that they haven't made the playoffs since 2015, 2016, this is going to be a scary, scary team. So let me know what you guys think. I'm telling you guys, I made this video July 15th on a Monday. We're going to look back when the play-in starts, and I want y'all to come back to this video and say, hey, Top Notch was correct. But once again, if y'all enjoyed today's video, drop that sub, turn on notifications, comment down what your guys' opinion on this. And also, I can't forget, before I end the video, they also added veteran presence in the locker room in Todd Gibson, who recently just added to that team. So that's going to help this team out a lot because we all know what the Charlotte Hornets team is. They're a little bit immature because they're so young. When you add some veteran presence into that locker room, it's only going to help them. And that's another reason why this team has a lock to be making the playoffs. I love you guys, and I'm out. Peace.